The cowl is finished and it's time to weave in the ends. And since this is a reversible project, you want to be a little careful about how you do that so that the ends won't be apparent. I'll show you what I do, but feel free to play around with it and come up with a technique that makes you happy. So this was where I bound off, and I'm going to make the last stitch join up with the first stitch so that it's not very detectable, this little jog that you always get. I'll take care of that. You can see that the yarn is coming out of a stitch here. It's pretty tight. I'm going to find the next V along the line and go under both legs of that. You can see I'm spanning the gap here. And then right back down into the hole where the yarn originally was coming out. And that will duplicate the bound off stitches, so it just looks like a continuous line of V's. And now for the end, I choose, even though maybe this is a gift, I choose the side that I think most likely will be the non-public side, and I think most people would like a little peak of orange in among the gray as opposed to mostly orange with a little peak of gray. So this is the side I'm choosing to weave in, and I will weave both ends, the gray and the orange on this side. So the first thing I do, the yarn is right here up near the top of a column of V's, and so I'm going to go under two legs of one of them. I'm going off to the left, and now the next one down, both legs going off to the right. And I zigzag back and forth like that. Be careful to only go under these two legs. Don't poke your needle through to the other side of the fabric. And this does a pretty good job of hiding the yarn, and also you're getting a little zigzag, so it should be secure. You can pull it around to make sure that the yarn is not too tight and distorting the stitches. And then I look for what's up underneath the edge here. You can see that there's a gray strand, but right under that gray strand there's an orange strand. So I go under the orange strand, I skip an orange strand, I go under the next orange strand, skip one, go under the next orange strand, and that just takes it down a little farther without having to go back and forth. For demonstration purposes, I did this a little shorter than I usually do. I would normally go about a third of the way back and forth, and then get to about the halfway point by going under those orange strands straight in a row. And then I would just cut it very close to the work. And I've forgotten my scissors, so I won't show you the actual snipping, but I'll move on to the gray. And this one is not part of the bound off edge. We stopped working with this color a row before we were done with the project, so it's down a little farther. And since I was zigzagging on this column of stitches, I'm going to zigzag the gray on this column of stitches, and I do the same thing, just back and forth under these stitches that look like knits. And then the same thing again. You've got the gray strands, but they're a little loose, so dig around, find that orange strand, and once again go under every other orange strand on your way down. And that is how I, whoops, okay, make sure you don't do that. I moved over a column. All right, don't do that. Stay on your same column under an orange, skip one, under an orange, skip one, under an orange. There. And that's how I weave in my ends for a reversible brioche project.